Welcome to this video exploring the innovative design and techniques used in the construction of ancient Roman aqueducts. These incredible engineering feats enabled the delivery of clean water to cities and towns throughout the Roman Empire, improving public health and hygiene and transforming the way of life for millions of people. In this video, we will take a closer look at the design and construction of Roman aqueducts, exploring the techniques used to overcome the challenges of building over long distances and across varied terrain. We will also examine the impact that the aqueducts had on Roman society, from the growth of agriculture and industry to the consolidation of political power. Join us as we delve into the fascinating history of the Roman aqueducts and explore the enduring legacy of these incredible engineering achievements. The Roman aqueducts were an incredible engineering feat that enabled the Roman Empire to flourish. Aqueducts were used to transport water from sources outside of urban areas to cities, and were an essential part of the Roman infrastructure. The aqueducts used a variety of innovative design and construction techniques to deliver water to the Roman people, and many of these techniques are still used in modern water supply systems. In this paper, we will explore the history of Roman aqueducts, the various design and construction techniques used, and the impact that these aqueducts had on Roman society. History of Roman aqueducts. The Roman aqueducts are considered to be one of the greatest engineering achievements of the ancient world. The Romans were able to construct a network of aqueducts that stretched over 800 kilometers, 500 miles, bringing water from distant sources to cities, towns, and farms throughout the empire. The first aqueducts were constructed in the 4th century BC, and the peak of aqueduct construction occurred during the 2nd century AD. The Roman aqueducts were constructed primarily for two reasons: to provide drinking water and to supply water for agriculture. The water was transported from sources such as springs, rivers, and lakes, and was channeled into the aqueducts through a series of intake structures. Once the water entered the aqueduct, it flowed downhill towards its destination, with the help of gravity. Design and construction techniques. The Romans used a variety of innovative design and construction techniques to build their aqueducts. One of the most important techniques was the use of arches. The Romans were the first to use arches on a large scale, and this allowed them to span wide gaps and support heavy loads. The arches were made from stone, and were often built in a semicircular shape. Another important technique was the use of concrete. The Romans developed a special type of concrete that was able to set underwater. This allowed them to build foundations and piers in rivers and lakes, which was essential for constructing aqueducts. The concrete was made from a mixture of volcanic ash, lime, and water, and was poured into wooden molds to create the desired shape. The Romans were also able to build aqueducts across uneven terrain, using a combination of tunnels, bridges, and siphons. Tunnels were used to pass through hills and mountains, while bridges were used to span valleys and rivers. Siphons were used to cross low-lying areas, where a bridge would not be practical. A siphon is a U-shaped pipe that allows water to flow downhill under its own weight, without the need for a pump. One of the most impressive aqueducts built by the Romans was the Aqua Claudia, which was constructed between 38 and 52 AD. The Aqua Claudia was 68 kilometers, 42 miles, long, and was built mostly underground, with a series of bridges and tunnels along the way. The aqueduct had a capacity of 190,000 cubic meters, 50 million gallons, of water per day, and supplied water to the city of Rome for over 500 years. Impact on Roman society. The Roman aqueducts had a significant impact on Roman society. They enabled the growth of cities and towns, as well as the expansion of agriculture. The availability of fresh water allowed for the development of public baths, which became an important part of Roman social life. The aqueducts also enabled the creation of fountains and ornamental pools, which were used to beautify public spaces. In addition, the aqueducts had a significant impact on public health. Prior to the construction of aqueducts, water was often obtained from polluted sources, such as rivers and wells. This led to the spread of water-borne diseases, such as typhoid and cholera. However, the use of aqueducts allowed for the delivery of clean, fresh water to cities, which improved public health and reduced the spread of disease. The aqueducts also had a significant economic impact on Roman society. The availability of fresh water allowed for the growth of agriculture, which in turn led to the development of trade and commerce. The aqueducts also enabled the growth of industries such as textiles and ceramics, which required large amounts of water for production. The construction of aqueducts also had a political impact on Roman society. The construction of aqueducts was often financed by the state, and was seen as a symbol of the power and wealth of the Roman Empire. The aqueducts were often built by slave labor, which was used to construct many of the great engineering feats of the ancient world. The construction of aqueducts was also used as a means of consolidating power, as the Roman state was able to control the distribution of water to different regions of the empire. Legacy of Roman aqueducts. The Roman aqueducts had a significant impact on the development of water supply systems throughout history. The techniques developed by the Romans, such as the use of arches and concrete, are still used in modern construction. The aqueducts also influenced the development of modern plumbing, which uses pipes to transport water to buildings. The legacy of the Roman aqueducts can also be seen in the development of water supply systems in developing countries. Many countries in Africa and Asia still rely on traditional methods of water collection, such as carrying water from rivers and wells. The development of modern water supply systems, which are based on the principles of the Roman aqueducts, has the potential to improve public health and economic development in these regions. The Roman aqueducts were an incredible engineering feat that had a significant impact on the development of Roman society. The aqueducts enabled the growth of cities and towns, the expansion of agriculture, and the development of public health and hygiene. The construction of aqueducts also had a political impact, as the Roman state was able to control the distribution of water throughout the empire. The techniques developed by the Romans, such as the use of arches and concrete, are still used in modern construction. The legacy of the Roman aqueducts can also be seen in the development of modern water supply systems in developing countries. Overall, the Roman aqueducts represent an important contribution to the development of engineering, architecture, and public health, and continue to have an impact on society today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the incredible world of ancient Roman aqueducts. We hope you have gained a deeper appreciation for the innovative design and techniques used by the Romans to build these impressive structures. From the use of arches and concrete to the mastery of hydraulic engineering, the Romans were able to achieve remarkable feats of construction that have left a lasting impact on the world. The aqueducts enabled the growth of cities and towns, improved public health and hygiene, and transformed the way of life for millions of people. We hope this video has inspired you to learn more about the history of engineering and architecture, and to appreciate the incredible achievements of the ancient world. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos exploring the wonders of human innovation and ingenuity.